Welcome back to Math 107 College Algebra. In this video, we're going to summarize the important results that we saw in class about how to factor a polynomial. So first thing we looked at was the whole division algorithm that says P of x can be written as d of x, q of x, plus r of x, such that the degree of r of x is less than the degree of d of x, and to avoid confusion with the zero polynomial, we'll say or r of x equals 0. So the whole division algorithm doesn't exactly do much straight up, but it is useful when d of x is of the form x minus c, so then the statement becomes p of x is equal to x minus c times q of x plus r, and I don't need to put r of x here because that's just a constant. So, a couple of consequences we have here. First, if I replace x with c, then this becomes c minus c in parentheses q of x plus r. So we end up getting that p of c is simply equal to r. So that's called the remainder theorem, saying the remainder when I divide by x minus c is going to be the value of the function. Now the other consequence that we have is if r is 0, then this becomes p of x equals x minus c times q of x. And actually, there's no reason I couldn't use a higher order polynomial on this one. But in this case, that's a factorization of the polynomial. So we get the x minus c times q of x as a way of factoring the polynomial. That's going to help us to do higher order factorizations. And then some theorems that helped us out. The big one that we had was the rational root theorem. That says if I take a polynomial, and I'll write a generic one, am x to the m plus a sub m minus 1 x to the m minus 1, and so on. So we have all of that. The rational root theorem tells us that n over d is a 0 of p of x. We'll say if. Then d is a divisor of am, and n is a divisor of a0. So that allows us to narrow down the possibilities for the number of zeros. We also had Descartes' rule of signs, which narrows it down some, but That only will narrow it down in special cases, so I wouldn't get overly excited about that. So these are the key theorems we discussed in class. Just here for you to review, and also make sure to review any problems that I've given you as far as finding roots of polynomials and factoring.